Hey guys, I'm Amadeo78 from Broken Continuity, and this is Pick It Up, the show where I talk about a trade that I like and recommend that you buy. Today, I'm talking about The Books of Doom. Released in 2006, it was written by Ed Brubaker and illustrated by Pablo Raimondi. The best way to describe this story would be that it hits all the notes and holds them a little bit longer. For instance, he describes having awareness from before birth and possibly attributes it to some of the things that his mother was involved in. They color his mother making the deal and attacking the soldiers, him and his father having to flee and him meeting Valeria. They cover the incident with his father and the Baron's wife and his father's eventual death. And basically from there, it shows how that pushes him to fight back against the current regime. First, he studies his mother's magic books, and when that's not getting him as far as he wants fast enough, he starts to combine science with this to devastating effects. His successes bring him to the attention of the American government, and this is one of those expansions where he doesn't just come here because he's offered a scholarship. He's offered a scholarship as cover for working for the American government, and a lot of his inventions were things that he came up with under the guise of working for the government, but really, he had his own motivations because he realized they were just trying to use him. It talks about his meeting with Reed Richards, and in one of the terms that I really like, it describes how his dislike of Richards isn't just because he's a rival. It's also with basically like the doe-eyed optimism that he has for different planes of reality and his use of science. Whereas Dr. Doom is saying, he knows that there are things in these realities that can be hurtful and can destroy you. So, he's more serious in his approaches to it. So his feelings about Reed are also more pronounced because it comes from generally his feelings about American culture and society, and basically to him how empty a lot of it is. Now, something I won't go into too deeply, but it definitely covers the experiment that scars his face. It explains a different motivation for the accident in and of itself, and the possibilities about what might have really happened and why it didn't go the way he planned it to. Now, I did talk about some things, but I obviously don't want to just spoil the whole book. So I'll say, more importantly than everything, this is a history of Dr. Doom, but it's being told from his perspective. You see his motivation, like the specific things that he claims motivated him at various points in his life. We get to see some of his most famous inventions. We get to see where he starts to hate Reed. We get to see him take over Latveria. More importantly, we get to see the why of all these things from his own perspective. Anyway, I just think this is a great book. It really gives a good history on Dr. Doom, and it fleshes him out in some very strong ways. If you're interested, you can check out in the description box where to go purchase it. I'm Amadeo78 from Broken Continuity. Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.